Welcome to, what is my channel called?
Hey baby, what you doing for the night? You got a little time, we can go to what you like. It really ain't a problem, got a couple of dollars. Size on the beat, we can do this shit for life. Now if you wanna move, baby girl, we can get it. I'm tryna put you up, let me know what you with it. But first you gotta get it. First you gotta first you gotta.
Hey friends, welcome to Life with April Catrice, coming to you live from the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda. Well, I'm on Antigua, but that's what the name of the country is. Today, I'm gonna do a little product review, but first a little background. I'm a yoga teacher who recently relocated to Antigua from New York, where I was working in the fashion industry. So I like everything holistic, but I still like the fashion and the girls and the dolls and the makeups and the beauty. So that's what we're gonna be dabbling with today. When I was in New York, I was actually employed by the brand Chanel. Although I didn't work in the fragrance and beauty area in Chanel, I did have some good access. I was able to pick up some products. I did dabble here and there, and I have some of the little things like in my daily routine, lipsticks, blushes, eyeshadows. But the one thing that I never really got into at Chanel were complexion products. One, for shade inclusivity reasons, and two, just because I already have formulations that I know and I love better. I'm a tinted moisturizer type of girl, so I like a couple of other brands that I use like rather religiously, but I thought I would pick up a new product from them, test it out, and see how the color works on, you know, us, the black girls, the brown skin girls. Anyhow, I know a lot of us have questions when it comes to some of the luxury brands and the complexion products. Will they work for black girls? That's the main question. Now, I'm not like a heavy foundation user, so I really had no interest when I was there of picking up any of their like foundation or concealer products, but one of the newer products that they came out with is this. It's called Beiges de Tint Water Fresh Tint, and it's supposed to be a really lightweight, water-based kind of everyday tinted moisturizer product where it just gives you a light wash of color. It's not like super full coverage, so I figured let me pick it up and I'll test it out and see if it would work for us. Now, the first disclaimer that I do need to make about this product is the color that I got is deep, and it's the deepest color that they had in this range. And I know that you can see me here. I'm brown. I'm by no means like considered deep or dark. I might be like entry-level deep, nowhere near super deep, and definitely not in like that that deep dark category. So that means that this wouldn't work for anybody that's darker than me, and that already is like a problem. It's a problem. But you know, we'll go ahead, we'll test it out, we'll see how we do. I'll do my makeup just like I would like on an average everyday, like a little bit lightweight, like a little blush, a little highlight, some light eyeshadow, and just see how this behaves and how it looks on my skin tone. So the first thing I'll do is just swatch like a tiny bit of this on the back of my hand so you guys can get an understanding for what the formula looks like. It's very different, it's interesting. I did swatch it before when I was in stores, so I know what to expect, but it looks literally like a droplet of water that has little pigment particles like just suspended in the water, and the texture is watery, almost like a serum would be, like super light. Now once you start blending it, those little pigment particles burst and you see the color start to spread, but it takes a little bit of blending before it goes from clear to actually looking like there's any sort of color to it. So that's interesting. I haven't really seen any other product like this, so we'll definitely see how it actually performs on the skin now. I feel like the texture of this product almost makes me want to like put it on with my hands and like rub it in like moisturizer, but because it did come with a weird little brush, which I've already managed to misplace, I'm gonna use it on like kind of like a dense brush, like how I would with some of my like tinted face oils, because I like that the application. I think you get a little bit more coverage with a dense brush. So let's see how it goes. My face is already like primed and prepped. We prepared, y'all. We already knew what we was getting into. Oh, it's so liquidy. It's like hard to put it on a brush. It like runs all over the place. But you know what? We're just going with God at this point. I have no idea. Get this little bow. She gonna get some product on her. It feels very watery. very, very watery. The color, I don't mind the color. It's kind of almost got like a pinkish red tone to it. I'm neutral based, so I feel like it's almost making me look like I'm putting something with a little bit of bronzer on. It's very lightweight, which is to be expected, but it really does feel like I'm just spreading water all over my face, so I don't know what kind of effect this is gonna have. Now for me, I don't mind as much because I do like lightweight products, but it's like lightweight, like I don't know. Let me put a little bit more on my brush and I'll do my actual problem area, my cheeks. I have a lot of like hormonal acne like right in here. And see if it actually covers anything, like is it gonna highlight the texture? I don't know if I put on too much. It doesn't feel like it. It's kind of soaking into my skin because it is super water-based. I would be careful with any type of primer that this could have a weird interaction with because it literally is super watery. Now, do I see color where I'm putting it? Yes. Is it covering any of this in here? I don't think so. I don't know about going in with another layer either. I'll just try and like stipple this and see if it helps at all. Just no idea. I'm not going to use like concealer or anything like that. We'll just like go super fresh, super light. Well, it does look dewy, so that I like. This is a color I could wear. It doesn't exactly match my neck because it is like a little bit more red than I am, but something I could work with. Now, as far as coverage, minimal to none, barely to the there. If you want anything covered on your face, I don't know, dog. Is it highlighting texture? Maybe a little bit. Maybe it'll just take, we'll give it a minute, let it sink in and kind of see. I don't know, hopefully I don't know if I used too much or too little, I don't know. You know what, let me just move on with the rest of my face and then I'll see. I'm not gonna set this with powder, I'm not gonna, because on a daily basis, I'm dry as a Sahara Desert child, and except for my eyelids. I can't be putting any types of powder on my face because I turn into a crinkly, crepey little mess. Also, when I use like a dewy product like this, I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. So let's see, like once we put on blush and highlight, like how it ends up looking. Is my lazy self about to use the same brush again? I am. Do I recycle the same brushes over and over for all different applications of product? I do. Don't tell the people, I mean, I just do what I gotta do, okay? We don't all want to wash 1,000 brushes a day. I'm not a professional makeup artist, you know, after all. Anyhow, let's do some blush. I would do bronzer normally, but I don't have any Chanel bronzers that suited my complexion, so we're just gonna skip that step for today since I am trying to keep it like all Chanel products in this video. I have this new little blusher here that I haven't tried yet. It's a pretty coral color. Number 380, So Close. It's like a nice, like, orangey, corally, summery situation. I'm never mad at that. I think that's usually pretty nice on my skin tone. Came with this little weird brush, which I'm gonna try, but, you know, I don't know. Color's pretty. This brush is a little different from what I would usually choose. Blend it a little bit. It's pigmented. Like I almost feel like I put on a little too much, but I don't care. I like a lot of blush. I'll live with it, but I'll just blend it out around the edge. Okay, that's pretty. I'll do the other side. I'm gonna go over the top of that with a little bit of a blush stick just to add like a little bit of dewiness. The color is so similar. This one is kind of like a reddy orange. And I'm only gonna use a tiny bit just to give me a little dew, because like I said, I'm super dry and I like my face to be like moist. Just a little bit. Don't don't want to go into clown category, but I do like to see my blush. I've gotten into blush lately. I don't know what it is. I'm obsessed. I kind of use a little bit too much, but you know, the universe is working on all of us. Okay. Seems fine. Seems cool. Seems good. This stick I actually use very regularly. It's one of their like cream sticks, and I enjoy it very much. The color I'm not sure of, just because the letters are so tiny, my eyes are not able to read them. For next step, I'll do a little highlight like I normally would. I don't have a Chanel highlighter, but I do have a Chanel Cream Pot eyeshadow that's in this pretty like rose gold color that in a pinch, like while getting ready for work, like really fast, I have used this on my face as a highlighter, so we're just gonna do that again. We're just gonna fake it till we make it, okay? The prettiest, like peachy, rosy gold color, Rose Lame, number 826, the Ombre Premier eyeshadows. This color is everything, but I'm not using it in the right way. We're just gonna see what happens. It is like more glittery than I would normally go for in a highlight, but that's okay, I'm not mad at it. It does give like a really pretty metallic sheen. It's like sheer enough that I don't feel like I could go overboard, but that peachy pink really does come through on my skin, especially like when you see it in the sunlight. That's when she really is like, oh, wow. She shows up, honey. She's cute, she's cute, she's cute. I'll go in and fix the blending later. I'm gonna do a little bit down the bridge of my nose because why not? Why not? If something is sparkly, put it everywhere. That's my rule of life, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so now for a little added luminosity, I'm gonna go over the top of that, just very lightly with the transparent Baume Essential stick. This is literally just like dew in a stick. It doesn't have a shade. It's just sheer. It's just moisture. It's just gonna make you be glowy and look like someone splashed water all over your face, which, you know what, I don't mind. If you're oily, this stick is not for you, child, because by middle of the day, I get shiny, like shined down, and I'm a dry person. So if you get oily, you might want to really pump the brakes with this stick. In my normal fashion, I'm gonna use too much and go too far and then have to go back and fix it after, because that's my method of doing makeup. I make all the mistakes when I do my makeup. It's just more exciting that way. Okay, you see? She is shiny. She is glowing. She's a glowing doll. You can see her from space, the moon, and the stars. Just how she likes it. A little down the nose. And then repeat on the other side. Okay, now for a really easy trick on the eyes. I'm not even gonna use shadow. I'm just gonna use my fingers. I'm gonna use the blush stick that I already used to go into the crease a little bit. The same like reddish color. I'm just gonna load some up on my finger, because I don't mind just looking like dewy and a little monochromatic with what I already put on my face. And I'm just gonna blend that right over my eyelid. Really easy, really super fast. Boom. Do the same thing on the other side. Under normal circumstances, I would have primed my eyelids. I always do some oily, but we're quarantined, it's the coronavirus, and so I'm not going anywhere, and if it melts off in 10 minutes, it melts off in 10 minutes, and it's of no consequence to me. But under normal circumstances, I would have to prime the lids. I do think it's important that we, you know, we dabble in our makeup, we have fun, we do a little play, and don't just sit here and be sad and miserable and stare out the window and wish we could go and frolic with our friends. Play in your makeup, play in your skincare, do your hair, have fun, be creative. Don't focus on all of the negative, dark, and stormy, and evil, and twisted news that's out there. Now to highlight my brow bone, I'm going to use that same Rose Lame little cream pot that I did to highlight the rest of my face. Just get a little bit, little bit. Just blend it all in. Use my pinky, put a little on my inner corner. You know what? If you're going to do it, you might as well just put too much. Okay, same thing on the other side. Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm not a makeup artist. I will tell you all the wrong things. What I do and what works for me may not necessarily work for everybody, but you know, I come out looking how I look and I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at it. We're just keeping it easy. We're keeping it lightweight today. Same thing, inner corner. A little more, tiny bit. We gotta match the other side that I already accidentally overloaded, because when it comes to things that are sparkly, I have very little self-control. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick lip and then we will be done. Do a quick lip and then I'll go off camera, do mascara really fast, nothing important. Chanel lip liner, number 9. Color, I don't know. Color is called Winging It, because that's what I'm doing. I don't really know about this lip liner. I don't feel like it's showing up on me at all. This is for the lighter skinned of them. Not me. She's not me. Let's skip it. Alright, let's try this thing. Rouge Allure Liquid Powder Color 978. It looks like a rosy mauve. Ooh, that's a paler pink than I thought it was gonna be too. You know what? I don't love that either. I'm just gonna use a trusted gloss that I already know that I love, that I know will show up, because she has some pigment to her. She's like a nice coppery, bronzy neutral. She is number 724 Rouge Coco Gloss. I'm just gonna go over what I already did because I don't like it. So when you don't like it, it's makeup. You wipe it off, you fix it, you do something else. And in the case of gloss, you smash it over anything and usually it fixes your issue. I do have some more lippies that I really like that are pigmented, that are a little bit more like coverage, but because we did such like a little light face, I didn't want to like put on an intense lipstick. Better. I like that better. Okay, I just threw on a little of that classic Chanel Imitable mascara in the color Noir, which is just like a regular black. I did a little light coat because I didn't really do a heavily pigmented look today. Overall, the Water Fresh tint. Did I like it? It's okay. I'm not mad at it. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it's like blowing my mind and you must run out and you must have this. Am I a little disturbed about the shade range? Yes, because as my suspicion proved, this darkest color was my tone, meaning that it wouldn't work for anybody darker than me. So, you know, we always have to kind of call them out every time they're doing these little things, because it's not necessary. It's like, why? Like, just make a darker shade. It's very watery. It is so light. It is like, if you have perfect skin, you just want that glass skin, Glossier skin tint type of coverage, then you might actually really like this. I don't mind a super light coverage, even with like my acne. If it's covered or if it's not, I'm not using concealer anyhow, so I don't mind it. Would I replace my girls with this? No. Will I use it? Yeah, I'll finish using it up. I mean, I'm sure I would enjoy like mixing in a drop of like a Cover FX, like a metallic, some sort of like liquid highlight, just to give it a little bit something. Overall, I think it's an okay product. The formula is definitely unique. It's super watery, and those little pigment pearls, it's kind of a cool technology. Do you need to have it? The jury's out. Up to your discretion. It's interesting. I feel like that's kind of where I'm at with it. Maybe ask me again in like a week of me using it regularly. But it's interesting. I think overall the look, she came out cute. This is kind of what I would do for like everyday life. Working on the floor at Chanel, I would always throw on a tinted moisturizer, creamy blush product, highlight, and then do it up just so that I stay moisturized and like kind of glowy throughout the day, a little bit lightweight. So overall, I think she's okay. I just want to remind you guys that I know nobody's really out shopping. We're not concerned about the Chanels and the Dior's and all of that during like these like weird times, but I do think that it's important that we just like don't take life too seriously. When it's this serious, you need to just like become the Joker and just like laugh at yourself in a mirror and just do goofy things and text your friends and read interesting books, meditate, yoga, prayer, whatever it is that like kind of brings you back down. For me, it's just trying to like find little creative activities to do, which is why I filmed this video. Thank you for tuning in, and if you liked it, comment, subscribe, follow me, find me on IG, you know, @AprilKatrice. Same thing on Twitter, @AprilKatrice. Have a good afternoon.